Bryan Karr back here. We went down to the Keith Whitley Memorial Show, and my buddy Brian Dennis reminded me I have to do another interview because everybody's wanting to know what's going on. So I got my boy over here, McCarter. He's gonna read some things everybody's been sending in. It's going crazy, so we have to do this. So thanks for coming out, buddy.
So what's been going on with you recently?
Well, like I said, we did that. Went down and did the Whitley show. Well, we didn't do it, but we was down there. We went and did the Upchurch show. Dustin Spears band, Justin Addis, all of them was there, hanging out with them. Went down to Alabama, played a show with Cecil Blue, Kevin Denny, and since then everything's just got crazy. That's why I had to get Big Buddy V here to, everything getting crazy. So, things like that.
So what all states you been performing in?
Oh man, believe it or not, I've been in like 30-something states, and that's playing and working. I used to do different jobs. I was pulling cable, construction work, all that kind of stuff. But I've been in about over 30 states in my life.
So what's the biggest show you've done?
Biggest show. I don't know the biggest, but one of the coolest that was pretty big. We was down in South Carolina, me and Trent Jeffcoat. We played 5 Points down there, and there's, 4,000 or 5,000 people down the whole street.
Copy that.
And it was a big old, it was crazy. Like everybody was there, and that was probably one of the coolest, biggest shows I did. Old Trent Jeffcoat.
So what all equipment did you use during the shows?
I don't use a whole lot. I'm not big on all that stuff. I just play Fender Telecaster electric. When I do acoustic, it's just a good old Martin D28. And I just use a couple little, distortion and chorus and pedals. I ain't really big into the effects. I like it to be real, I don't use a whole lot of reverb on my voice, nothing like that anyway.
So how do you come up with all your songs?
Well, that always changes, because you might have the hook and wonder how you're going to go around it. Sometimes you just start playing a chord and just see where it goes, write some verses and figure it out later, But what you do, man, is when you get the hook and you think you got it, and you just keep going and going. But I like to, what I normally do, I'd sit on the porch, listen to a little Snoop Dogg, and then just calm down and then get back to where I'm supposed to be.
So how can people contact you if need be?
Well, we're on Facebook, all that stuff, at Bryan Karr Country on Instagram, do that way. We're fixing to do all kinds of stuff, get on YouTube. We ain't did that yet, but we're fixing to. But, Facebook, Bryan Karr, BryanKarr, all that kind of stuff.
So who's some more of your influences?
Oh, well, glad you asked that. Everybody always wants to know, what are you into, what are you listening to? Which I don't listen to a whole lot of new stuff. But some of my influences, obviously, Merle Haggard, major influence. My dad always sung that, grew up on it. A lot of good guitar picking on that. Porter Wagner, Cold Hard Facts of Life. If you don't cry on that one, you ain't living. Buck Owens, Tiger by the Tail, and his Buckaroos. They're on that too. I don't know if you knew that. My brother, he's a little older than me. Ted Nugent, cat scratch fever. A lot of that is that's where I get some of my chicka chicka pampions things on. And if you ain't heard this, then you ain't. Country and Western hits is, if you don't know country and Western hits, is one of the records that I always listen to is country and Western.
You got a situation, boss.
Hits. What?
Operation Wildcats on.